The history of theater. From ancient rituals to contemporary stages, theater, as a profound cultural expression, has evolved through centuries, adapting to the changing needs of society, politics, and art. From its origins in ancient religious rituals to the intricate and diverse performances of the 21st century, theater has always been a reflection of the human experience, offering both entertainment and a critical lens on the world around us. This documentary explores the history of theater, from its early beginnings to its modern-day manifestations. The origins, religious rituals, and the birth of dramatic roots of theater can be traced back to ancient rituals and ceremonies. In many early civilizations, performances were closely linked to religious observance, celebrating gods and deities through dance, music, and storytelling. The ancient Egyptians, for example, used theatrical performances in their religious rituals to honor the gods, while in ancient Mesopotamia, dramatic reenactments of myths and legends were performed as part of worship. However, it was in ancient Greece that theater began to emerge as a distinct form of art. Around the 5th century BCE, the Greek playwright Aeschylus introduced the first true plays, evolving from choral hymns to dramatic works that explored complex themes such as fate, justice, and the human condition. His works, along with those of Sophocles and Euripides, laid the foundation for Greek tragedy, a genre that focused on the flaws and struggles of individuals in a world governed by powerful gods and harsh destiny. In addition to tragedy, the ancient Greeks also developed comedy, with playwrights like Aristophanes using satire to criticize the political and social issues of the time. The Greek theater, held in vast open-air amphitheaters like the Theater of Dionysus in Athens, was central to civic life, where both tragedies and comedies were performed during religious festivals. Roman theater, popular entertainment, and adaptation. As Roman civilization rose, theater became an essential form of popular entertainment. Although Roman theater borrowed heavily from Greek traditions, it focused more on spectacle and the enjoyment of the masses. While Greek tragedy had dealt with profound moral questions, Roman plays, especially those written by Plautus and Terence, were more comedic and farcical, focusing on mistaken identities, love, the absurdities of everyday life. Roman theater also featured large-scale spectacles, often involving gladiatorial combat or chariot races, in addition to theatrical performances. These shows were staged in monumental structures, such as the Colosseum, where audiences of tens of thousands could gather to watch both the drama of the stage and the thrilling action of the arena. As the Roman Empire declined and Christianity became dominant, theater fell into disfavor. Many church leaders saw theater as sinful and immoral, a belief that led to a decline in theatrical productions in the West for several centuries. The Middle Ages, religious drama and morality place following the collapse of the Roman Empire. Theater in Europe was largely dormant for several centuries. However, theater did not disappear entirely. In the Middle Ages, performances were often centered around religious themes, particularly biblical stories, and took place in churches or town squares. These early medieval plays were known as mystery plays, and they depicted scenes from the Bible, focusing on the creation, the life of Christ, and the Last Judgment. As time went on, morality plays emerged, which were allegorical dramas that portrayed the battle between good and evil. These plays, like Everyman, aimed to teach moral lessons to the audience, often featuring characters representing virtues and vices. By the late Middle Ages, theater began to shift from religious venues to more public spaces, and professional acting troupes began to form. These actors performed not only religious plays, but also secular entertainment, signaling the beginnings of theater as we recognize it today. Continue.